Well, hello! How are you motherfuckers doing? Welcome back. I am in a new apartment again. So I've moved twice now in the last 6 months. That's nice. This is gonna be the place that we're at for a while. I have literally moved every single fucking year for the last decade. So you know, it's been a lot. I feel like I need to stay put maybe for a little bit, and hopefully this is it. So the other apartment we were in was so shitty. Oh my god, like they couldn't even anchor the hand towel holder in the wall properly. It was just like dangling out of the wall, and we'd have to just like push it back in, and same with the like toilet paper holder, and everything looked nice on the surface. Like it was pretty like gray, like modern, but it was so cheaply done. It reminded me of the company that I used to work for, the one that fired me. If you want to watch that video, it's featured on my channel. It's 40 minutes. It's called Why I Got Fired, A Tale of Bullshittery. And yeah, if you haven't watched that and you have 40 minutes, fucking watch it. Or, you know, watch it in 1.5 speed so you can watch it in 20 minutes. Is that how that works? I don't know. 30 minutes? Math. Is that a fucking silverfish on my... Well, you know, pest control's coming today, so that's fine. Whatever. So we're in the new place. Oh, it's so much better. I love it so much. I love it so much. This is also the place that I work. So I got a pretty hefty discount. So we're in a 2-bedroom and we're each paying less than $500 a month for it. And it comes with a garage and a fireplace and a washer and a dryer, and a big ass kitchen and a big ass patio and a big ass walk-in closet and 2 bathrooms, and it's really nice. I'll include a little tour at the end of it so you can see, because I'm really happy here and it's really quiet. I've got a woods view and just I can walk to work and it is lovely. Wanted to chat and kind of, you know, kind of tell a story and just mainly just talk about my life and the fuckery that it is. So last week I uploaded that Snapchat, whatchamacallit, whatever, filler video. That originally, all of the Snapchats that I saved would have made that video over an hour long, and I trimmed it down to where it was just however many minutes it was, like 38 minutes or something. So there were some Snapchat stories that were like 7 and 10 minutes long. I go a little bit overboard on Snapchat. I don't know how to stop. So I did that video and I filmed the intro like in a hurry, and then I didn't watch it through after I exported it because I was like, I already watched it whenever I was like editing it. I didn't need to do that. And it like, luckily it said, here's a Snapchat compilation, but it literally cut off at that. Like there was like a whole nother clip of me talking and then it just went into the Snapchat compilation. And then the fucking Snapchats, I don't understand why when I export them from my phone, the fucking like last couple seconds of the story, just like the audio cuts out. I don't... So sorry about that, but hopefully you at least got to enjoy them, whatever. But I was on vacation last week. I got my tattoo touched up and made a plan for the rest of my tattoos, specifically for my arm here. So I compiled a list of 18 different like inside jokes that my brother and I had, and we're converting those to tattoo form, and I'm gonna get one every single year. So it's gonna take me 18 years to finish this sleeve, and I think every single year I'm gonna definitely, you know, make a video about it. It'll happen in September. September 25th is when I get it done. So it'll come out sometime around the end of every year, and I'll be adding to the sleeve. So y'all get to see the progression of it. I don't know, you know, if YouTube is going to be around for 18 fucking years, but it's definitely going to be all over whatever social media I have in 18 years, which I'm about to be 27 in a couple of weeks. 18 years, I'm going to be a old ass bitch. But I'm still going to be getting tattoos and posting on social media because I'm a millennial. I'm a 27-year-old millennial. So I went to Texas to see my family, got my tattoo touched up, and The tattoo artist, he put some bright ass like pink and orange in my tattoo, and it's so bright that it glows in black light, and I didn't know that until after he was done. He's like, all right, let's see if this works, and he busts out this fucking black light and shines it on my arm. Little parts of my arm is like glowing, and so I was like, okay, well that's gonna have to be in all of my tattoos for the rest of my life now, because I want to glow. I want to be the coolest bitch at cosmic bowling. Gonna rock that sleeveless so everybody can see my arm light the fuck up, and it's gonna be a party. And then there's also another tattoo artist there who is like a Doctor Who freak as well, and so I'm gonna plan to get my Doctor Who leg sleeve completed by him. So I'm just gonna steady be getting tatted the fuck up for the rest of my life. And I think I want to do, because all of my tattoos currently are on the right side of my body, and I want to be a walking tattoo mullet. So like the left side of my body, not tattooed. The right side of my body, almost completely fucking tattooed. So it's like business on the left, party on the right, you know, like a mullet, business in the front, party in the back. You get it? Are we on the same page? All right, cool. So my boyfriend forgot me at the airport when I got back from Texas. So a little bit of backstory. I know I explained everything, by the way. Somebody so thoughtfully pointed that out to me, is that I'm very slow to get to the point. And you know what? That's just a part of me. I have to explain everything. I feel like I need to be understood by everybody, so I try to explain it as thoroughly as I can to try to cover every single person's point of view that would be watching me and get them to understand my brain. All right, I've cut a lot of it out. Like the video that they commented on was my Jenna Marbles video where I was reacting to her I Want to Be Tall, and I talked a lot, but also it was like a reaction video, so you know, you talk a lot in a reaction video, but I cut a lot out of the shit that I was like saying too, so I could have beat around the bush even more and, you know, said even more complete unnecessary nonsense to try to make my point, just like I'm doing right now. So I wonder how much of this I'm gonna cut out. Anyways, my boyfriend's car broke down. His engine doesn't work anymore. His engine is dead. So he's been using my car to go to work, and which means when it was time for me to go to the airport, I couldn't just take my car to the airport and leave it there. He had to take me and drop me off. So on the way there, we talked about when I was gonna be coming back and what time my flight was gonna be landing, and that he was gonna be able to come pick me up. We had this conversation, right? You already know where it's going, but I need to tell it because I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So the day before my flight back home, I texted him letting him know what time I was getting on the plane and when it would be landing. And then the day of, I texted him that I was heading to the airport. I texted him that I was boarding the plane. I texted him that we were taking off. I texted him that we were landing. I texted him that I was at baggage claim. And his response was, cool, so are you taking a Lyft home? And I thought he was joking. I thought he was, you know, just being like, hey, what, are you taking a Lyft home? Haha, JK, outside, you know, whatever, come on, let's go. I was mildly upset that he wasn't at the gate waiting for me, because we differ in that way. Whenever my family was coming into town to visit us, I wanted to go to the airport and sit at the gate and wait for them to come out. And he was like, why? Because apparently his family is not like that. And he's like, why would anybody wait at the airport for anybody? I'm like, what do you mean? It's my family. They're coming into town. I need to be there to greet them, to welcome them. Like, that's just, I don't know, that's how my family is. Anyway, right? We're not the only weird ones. There were so many other people waiting at the gate for their people that were getting off the plane. So like, I think he's the weird one, not me, not my family. No, I'm weird, but not like that. We love each other. The whole time we were waiting at the gate, he seemed kind of like annoyed that we were there. And then we had the conversation. I was like, look, if I was flying somewhere and somebody that I knew in the city who I was going to be staying with, or who, you know, loves me, my family, I would definitely expect them to be waiting at the fucking gate, because that's what I would do. Like, it would all be like, I would be there. There would be none of them like sitting in the airport waiting, none of them having to pay for a taxi or a Lyft or anything. I'm at the airport, at the gate, greeting you, embarrassing you, because I love you so much. Like, I'm there at the gate, right? And we had that conversation. He said that he doesn't need anybody to greet him. And I said, well, that's too bad, because if you leave and come back, I'm going to be at the gate. And so, you know, you'd think that that would be understood, that that meant, please be waiting for me at the gate, because it's important to me. So when I got off the plane and he wasn't at the gate, I was a little peeved. I was like, okay, whatever. You know, he's not at the gate. Maybe he's down at baggage claim. And then when I got to baggage claim, you know, he wasn't there. And I was like, okay, whatever. Maybe there was traffic and maybe he's waiting outside. And then when I texted him, you know, and he said, cool, are you taking a lift? And I said, no. And he was like, oh, well then who's coming to get you? And I was like, you. And then he didn't respond for a minute. And so I called him and I was like, where are you? Because I thought he was joking. And he was like, I'm at home. I was like, what do you fucking mean you're at home? You're supposed to be picking me up. And he's like, I didn't know I had to pick you up. And first of all, I didn't know I had to pick you up. Like, it's a chore to come pick up your girlfriend that you say you love from an airport that is 15 minutes away from where we fucking live. And you have my car. And you're home already, because you get home from work at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So when my flight lands at 5 o'clock, you're already home. I was like, no, you're supposed to pick me up. We talked about this. You have my car. And he was like, well, you didn't remind me. I'm like, I didn't remind you? I have to remind you that you are picking me up from the airport when you have my car. I don't have a vehicle. You have a vehicle. And I literally updated you every fucking step of the way. Getting on the plane, going to the airport, getting on the plane, taking off, landing at the gate, at baggage claim. That's not a reminder for you? So I was pissed and I had to sit there and wait for him for 30 fucking minutes, because he probably got in the shower and took a shower before he came and got me. So, you know, whatever. And then he came and got me and he felt bad. I could tell that he felt bad. He was like, I'm sorry. And it was kind of like we were laughing, but there was a little bit of like, what the fuck tension, but it wasn't like hostile. It was just more like, I don't even understand. I can't comprehend your stupidity at this moment. He, you know, kept saying how sorry he was or whatever. And then I was just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And then we went to go get some food at Brick House and have a little glass of wine, because I needed a fucking drink after that. And this motherfucker has the nerve, when we're at the bar, like we've finished our food and I'm still nursing my glass of wine a little bit, because they gave me a bigger glass of wine, because when I first ordered it, they gave me the bottom of the bottle and then they had to go find another bottle, so they gave me some for free. So it was like a glass and a half, sort of. And I sip my wine. Like, I take my goddamn time on my wine, all right? This motherfucker has the nerve to tell me to hurry and finish my wine. You forgot me at the airport and I had to wait for you for upwards of 30 minutes. And you want to rush me with my glass of wine that I'm drinking to keep myself from murdering you? We're not doing anything after this. We're just gonna go home and sit. Why he was trying to rush me, I don't know, but I got mad at that and I put my glass down and I picked up my phone and started texting Molly to prolong it even more and just be like, listen to this motherfucker. I laugh about it. I was definitely pissed in the situation, but I see it as, you know, this is that story. If we make it if we have that, you know, we are together forever and we get married and have a family and all that, this is that story that I'm gonna get to bring up at like family events, at fucking holidays. Just if there's like one little snide comment that he makes, I can just be like, oh yeah, like that time you forgot me at the fucking airport and then tried to hurry me when I was drinking my wine directly after? That time? And so I'm just having a field day with that, being able to be that story that I get to bring up. But I can't believe that motherfucker forgot me at the airport. He's lucky he's cute. Other things that are going on in my life. I've gained 10 pounds back. So for those of you who don't know, I did keto for almost a year and a half and I lost 55 pounds. I went from 220 to 165 and I'm 6'1". So 165 was pretty thin for me and it was awesome, and I have kind of balanced back out and I'm at 175 right now, which is what my lowest weight was in high school and when I felt really good about myself. And so I am not like gaining everything back. I'm not fat or anything. I mean, you might think I'm fat, but like I don't care what you think. So I love the keto diet and I would love to stay on it, but it is so hard when the person that you spend 90% of your time with, that you eat almost all of your meals with, is not keto and is kind of picky about food. So like Vic and I were together for 4 years and he and I started keto together. So, you know, we were living together and doing keto together and we both lost a shit ton of weight, and it was really easy because the household was on the same diet, so we were just able to maintain it really well and encourage each other. And my current boyfriend, he's not on keto. His favorite thing to eat is like fucking pizza, and then he's kind of picky about other things too, so trying to cook for both of us and keep it like keto and go out and like keep it keto is a little difficult, and I've been breaking it. And especially when I've gone on like trips and my family has come here and stuff, I break it because like we're just enjoying each other's company. So my body has readjusted to carbs. I no longer get like crazy stomach aches from eating carbs anymore. So I am out of ketosis and I am back to where I just feel fucking hungry. Oh man, that's one thing that I loved about keto. Keto had so many fucking benefits, and what keto did for me was allow me to lose a really good amount of weight, 55 pounds, really easily. Like it was effortless. I lost most of the weight in the first like 3 months or so, and I wasn't exercising, and then I found Pilates and I was doing that. I'm no longer doing Pilates because the times don't like line up with my work schedule or whatever, and now that there's only one car, it's hard to like get there, so I canceled that. But we do have a gym here at the property, and at the moment I don't have any stalkers, so I'm able to use the gym without creepy people watching me. Oh, the memories. We just started using HelloFresh, and I wanted to use it for a little while. I've seen all the YouTubers talk about it and, you know, whatever. And there's like a keto box too that I wanted to do. But since I'm not doing keto anymore, I just figured let's do HelloFresh. That way we're not just living off of pizza and we're cooking at home and saving money. So we're doing the 4 meal plan a week for 2 people. And it was like, I used Raw Beauty Christie's code, so use Raw Beauty 80 if you want some money off of HelloFresh, all right? So it was supposed to be $89, but we got it for like 50 something for the first week, and we just got to test out the meals because one of our residents was doing HelloFresh. They literally just ordered their first box, but they forgot that they were going out of town, so the box arrived, and he called and he's like, hey, so you want my HelloFresh box because I forgot to cancel it and we're out of town? And I was like, hell yeah, I want your HelloFresh box. So we got to like test it out for free, and I'm gonna put up the pictures of the meals that I made because they were fucking bomb. Like, I knew that I wanted to do it before. This is not a sponsorship, by the way. I'm just telling you about it because, not that you don't already know about it, but it's delicious. But the ones that we got, it was like a steak thing, chicken parmesan, and then the one that we just ate last night was the bison burger. And oh my god, if that's not the best burger I've ever had in my fucking life. Like, my mouth is salivating just thinking about it right now. So we got to do those 3 meals and test the service out for free basically, and then I went ahead and ordered it, and so we have those coming in, and it's like $90 a week for 4 meals for the both of us, and we get really full off of it. So, and it's like healthier stuff. Now, some, like the recipe last night called for a teaspoon of sugar in the little like jam that it had me make, and so I mean I just used my trivia. So I still want to use, you know, kind of the ideas from keto as far as I'm gonna keep using my sugar substitute because I really don't want to eat sugar, and I'm gonna try to, you know, stay on the healthy side because now that I'm not doing keto anymore, I need to maintain. I think I do still want to do intermittent fasting with my new way of eating. Keto helped me lose all the weight, and now I need to maintain and gradually, you know, get back on a regular diet. I still have mad love for keto, and if you were trying to lose weight, fucking research that shit. It is so goddamn easy. It's just so easy. I'm still gonna make my cookie dough fat bomb and keep that in the fridge and eat it because like, it's delicious. I've got this weird toe thing going on. I've got some band-aids all over my toes here because it's painful. I don't know what it is, but it looks like painful blisters. It's just on my toes. It's just on my left foot. There was like 1 or 2 times that it was on my right foot, but it's on my toes, and everything I've Googled, like I can't find any fungal thing for your feet besides like fucking athlete's foot, but that is not what I have. Like the symptoms are completely different, and I thought it would go away. It started when I moved here, not to this apartment, but it started when I moved to Washington, like a month, less than a month later. It has just gotten to the point where it's fucking painful, dude, and it's gross. And I got a pedicure the other day, and it seems like that exaggerated it. That's fun. I scheduled an appointment with a dermatologist, and it's gonna be the day before my birthday. And then I'm gonna find out what the fuck is going on with my feet, and then I get that taken care of. So that's a nice little Tana Mojo ringworm moment for you. You don't need to know about my gross body fungus, but I'm gonna tell you about it anyways. When I went to Texas, I was staying at my aunt and uncle's house, and I have my aunt saved in my phone as Destroyer of Ants because they have this little business that they do where they melt aluminum and they find ant hills and they pour the aluminum into the ant hills so it kills all of the ants, and then they, you know, let it dry and cool and everything, and they dig it out and they clean it off, and it makes the coolest like fucking sculptures, and they mount them on different things. Like sometimes they mount them on like stone, but most of the time it's like wood and stuff. And the different types of ants like make different types of ant hills. Fire ants, they're really like bundled up and like close together. Like they look kind of like coral, a little bit coral. And then the carpenter ants make like more spread out, like flat ones. So they look super fucking cool, and they sell them. They're kind of expensive because it's fucking art, and it takes a lot of money to like do what they do with it. So I just wanted to shout them out real quick because they're fucking dope, and I'm gonna link their Instagram, their website. But you know, if you know some people who got some coin to spend and they want a cool ass, unique ass sculpture, because every single one is different because no 2 ant colonies are the fucking same. That's just a shout out. Good, just at least just go look at it and just look at how cool it fucking is. And if you know anybody who's bougie and wants some art and's got some coin to spend, send them over to the website. Maybe support my aunt and uncle, okay? So they can continue to have their life and their house because I love them very much and their art is very cool. I hate saying out loud that I'm happy because I have this thing where I feel like if I say it out loud, everything's gonna come crashing down around, and like I'm not gonna be happy anymore. Because when I got fired, literally the day that I got fired, I was going out to secret shop other properties with my coworker. And I was in such a good place because I had just gotten promoted to leasing manager. I was in this amazing relationship and we moved in together and we were in this amazing townhome. Just so many things were going right for me, and I said out loud, man, I am just so happy. I finally feel like life is going in the right direction. You know, I've got this great job, I've got this great relationship, I feel good. I said that out loud. And then the second I walked back into the office, my manager was freaking out and telling me that I had to go to corporate, and when I went to corporate, they fired me. So I just kind of have this feeling that if I say out loud that I'm happy, that bad things will happen. But I still am trying to put positive vibes out into the world, because I feel like the return that I've gotten on that, you know, has been good. If I just think positively and put goodness out into the world, I will get goodness back. And so I'm trying my very hardest to not be a negative bitch. Oh my God, I just completely, okay. So on another different kind of note, so I am happy and I will touch back on that. I got demoted from Maid of Honor in one of my best friend's weddings to guest. So let me tell you about this. If you watch this video, you know, I still love you, just life is different. Molly is my best friend. Like, she is my best friend. But you can have more than one like best friend. I have a couple of best friends. So Sierra is my other best friend, and I've known her since my freshman year of college. That's like my very first semester. That's when we met, that's when we became friends, started hanging out, and you know, back in college, we were very different people. Like, I mean, I'm still essentially the same. I just have grown as a person, and you know, I feel I'm not as wild as I was, but I also wasn't very wild. Like, I don't smoke weed anymore. I used to smoke weed very heavily in college. And back in college, when I met her, she was religious and she kind of judged, you know, Molly and I for smoking weed. And there was judgment, and she was kind of a goody two shoes, but kind of also not, I don't know how to describe it, but we were best friends. And that was just the type of people that we were. And, you know, we made plans. We're like, we're gonna live next to each other, and we're gonna get pregnant at the same time, and, you know, we're gonna be each other's maid of honors in our wedding. We might even have a double wedding if we're both in relationships at that time and that's happening, whatever. Like, you know, like you do. You make fucking plans like that. Just, I don't know. People do that shit. They just, yeah, we're totally gonna get married, like, on tandem wedding, whatever, get pregnant, live next to each other, our kids are gonna fall in love with each other, and then we're gonna make family. Like, so that's how it was. And all these years later, you know, we've been through lots of different things separately in our lives. At one point, she moved away to Wyoming. Her and her fiance bought some land in Colorado, and they were over there, and then they were in Wyoming for a little while. So she left me first. I just want to say that. Life happens, and you end up going places that you didn't expect. I'm in fucking Washington, and I've lived in Texas like my entire fucking life, and I just picked up, left my 4-year relationship, got in a new relationship, and ran the fuck away. Like, that's just how things have progressed, and you can't predict life. Life is messy and unfucking predictable, and you never know where you're gonna be in like 5 years. So when she started dating him, he started corrupting her and, you know, got her to smoke weed and everything, and that was dope because then we could all smoke weed together. And then they just got really heavy into doing that and doing like LSD and acid and fucking microdosing on Molly and shit all the time, and they're very hippie, and she's like one with the universe and everything, and she's all about the third eye and like that, and that's fine. That's what they do, and their whole little crowd that they run with all does that, and they're free spirits, and that is perfectly fine. That is not who I am, and our lives are very different. And I feel like I don't know much about her anymore because, you know, we haven't spent a lot of time together in the last like 5 or 6 years because we've just drifted apart. We have different lives, and that's okay. We can still love each other and be each other's friends, but we gotta admit that like it's not the same closeness. So when she asked me to be her maid of honor, you know, I was like, yeah, of course, like, because that's what we always planned to do. But it felt wrong. It didn't feel right because I wouldn't even know how to plan her bachelorette party because I don't know what she likes to do. I don't know where she wants to go, and the person who is your maid of honor is supposed to be, you know, the person that's like closest to you, that knows the most about you. And there are people in her friend group, her little crowd that she runs with, that are so fucking close to her that definitely should have the label of best friend and maid of honor. And so, you know, I didn't feel like I deserved to be in that spot. I didn't even feel like I deserved to be a bridesmaid. Like, yes, we go way back, but like, we're not the same fucking people. She got upset at me. She got mad at me because, you know, I picked up and I left and I came to Washington, and she was getting married. She's getting married this year in June, and she wanted to have her bachelorette party in like the end of April, beginning of May. And I don't have that much vacation time that I can take, and B, the fucking plane tickets are like $500 fucking dollars. And then, you know, 2 months later, 1 month later really, because because her wedding's at the beginning of June, go again for the wedding, and the prices are better during that time. They're like $200 to $300, which I can swing, that's fine. But to do both of those, like that's like $800 fucking dollars that I don't have, and that's vacation time that I don't have. And when we made, you know, these plans, I didn't know that I was gonna be moving, and I think she kind of resents me for moving, but you know what, it's my fucking life. So I have my reasons that I did all of this. I'm much fucking happier here. Like, whenever the plane was landing here, I felt like I was returning home. And whenever I went to Texas, I didn't feel like I was going home. I felt like I was visiting people. And like, this is, you know, a place that I can be in, that I used to live, but it didn't feel like home anymore. But when I came back here, I felt like I was home. So, you know, life is fucking crazy. But anyways, so I texted her and I was like, hey, would you be mad if I couldn't come to the bachelorette party and I could only come to the wedding? And she like didn't answer me. And so then like a week or so went by and I asked her again. I was like, hey, I never got an answer on this. I just wanted to like see. I can't do both because of money and vacation time and everything. And so would you be okay with me missing the bachelorette party and just going to the wedding? She sent me this like big long thing about how, well, you know, this zodiac part of me says no, absolutely not. She's like, you moved away and that's fine and everything, do you, and I hope you're happy with this person and where you are and stuff, but being part of the bridal party, I knew you weren't gonna be able to do a lot of things because, you know, you were gone and everything, but I only expected 2 things. I only asked 2 things of you, you know, to be at the bachelorette party and to be at the wedding. And I understand financial dollars and all of that and whatever, but blah, 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 I'm upset. And I'm sitting here thinking like, I understand. I want to get that on the table. I understand that she's upset that things aren't going the way that she had always wanted them to, the way that she planned them to be. But I just kind of thought it was fucked up for her to try to make me feel bad that I couldn't afford to do that. And so then I told her, I was like, look, like, I'm really sorry. And I don't even feel like I deserve to be maid of honor. Like, we've grown apart as people. There are definitely people in your circle that deserve it more than I do. And I feel bad because we made these plans. And like, she had brought up that, well, we made these plans and you were always supposed to be this. And like, we made those plans so long ago. We didn't know what life was going to be like. We were naive children in college. We were 19 years old, 18 and 19 years old when we were like making these fucking plans. And you know, I'm almost 27. You know how much happens in almost a fucking decade. Like, we had no idea where we were gonna be, and I understand that she's upset, but so we had this whole like little back and forth, and then she was telling me that she appreciated my honesty, but it really didn't feel like it. She's got this air about her where she's very one with the universe and she just wants humanity to be this or whatever, but she kind of sounds, and I'm sorry, Sierra, if you're watching this, because I know that you occasionally watch my videos, she kind of sounds fake. And she's got this just dream, I don't know, about this oneness with humanity and everything, but then she goes and is fucking mad because I can't come to her superficial ass bachelorette party. Like, if you're so one with the universe and nothing fucking matters, and you're, you know, doing LSD and connecting minds with your fucking fiance and shit, and you have your little circle that you run with, like, why is it such a big deal for you to have this social construct of this bachelorette party, of this fucking wedding and all of that? And why can't you accept that we have grown apart as people? Why am I the one that has to like force it out of us? That seems like that's my fucking role, is to like be honest with people. And it's like, I love her. We have so much history together, and I think we will always be friends, but we are not on the same fucking level. And I know we both feel it. I am an empath. I can feel vibes. Like, I know when people are being fake. I know when people want to say something to me, but they aren't saying it. And I always have to be the one to like draw it out of them, to be like, so are we going to get to the point? Are we going to talk about this issue? And so I've fucking said to her, you know, you and I both know that it's not the same. We both know that we've grown apart. And then she didn't answer me for a really long time. And then she said, you know, after lots of thinking, I really appreciate your honesty, and we still want you to be a part of our wedding, and, you know, we value you, or whatever, we value your friendship. And she said, I've decided to shuffle things around with the bridal party and, you know, go with somebody else for maid of honor. And instead of coming to the wedding as part of the wedding, I would like you to come as a guest. And that is perfectly fine. I don't feel deserving of being in that bridal party. Like, I'm not a part of your life like that anymore. I kind of don't want to go to the wedding at all. And it's not because I don't want to see her. I don't know. Like, just going there as a guest, and I would be going by myself because my boyfriend wouldn't go with me. I don't know any of her friends. She had a birthday party for her fiance, and I, you know, was invited, and I went there, and it was all of her friends. They're really close circle, and I didn't know anybody, and everybody there is just such a different crowd than the people that like I associate with, and I have nothing in common with them at all. And so I don't want to feel alone. And is that selfish of me to not want to go to a wedding because I don't know anybody there but the bride and groom, and they're going to be doing their thing, and I don't want to be a damper on their day and just be the one that's just like sitting alone and having awkward small talk with people who don't want to fucking talk to me because we don't have anything in fucking common. And I don't know, man, it's a weird fucking time. So Sierra, if you're watching this, you know, I'm sorry that this is the bomb being dropped, that I probably won't come to your wedding. I haven't decided, and I hope this doesn't, you know, completely tear us apart, because I would like to keep you in my life as my friend, but, you know, shit happens, and we're not the same people anymore, and we need to be honest with ourselves and each other, and just, it's not the same. It's not the same. You know, I've done some fucked up things in my past, and I used to be a person that talked so much shit about people, even people that I considered to be very close friends, and we were like best friends and stuff. And I've changed. I haven't done that. Like, there was definitely a point in time where I was talking so much shit about just everybody, and there's just this negative air. Like, Molly and I have been through a lot, and I definitely talked a mad shit metric ton of shit about her to Sierra, and vice versa. Talked shit about Sierra to Molly and everything, and it seemed like to the other that like I hated the other person, and like I don't. I just had this toxic thing where I don't know. But I don't do that anymore, and I've made it a point to not do that anymore. And Molly is my best friend. Yes, we have both done shitty, terrible things to each other and talked behind each other's backs and everything, and we've come to terms with that, and we've moved on, we've grown as people. I don't hate Sierra. I regret things that I've said about her in the past, you know, but I also know that she's talked shit about me. Not that that justifies it. We went through a whole like toxic thing, and I just want to clear the air. This video took a weird turn, but that's my life at the current moment, and I just wanted to update y'all and let you know what was going on. I am very, very happy where I am right now in my relationship. You know, I still have like little things back and forth, but we haven't been together for a year yet. You gotta figure one another out. We do have a loving relationship, and we are opening up to one another and working out our differences, and I am very happy. I love my job. I love my job so fucking much. Like, I could cry how much I love it. So much shit has happened in my life over the last couple of years, and I felt so trapped in Texas, and I was in a relationship, which I still talk to Vic almost every single day. We are still very close. We've almost been broken up for a year now, and I still love him to death, and he's one of my favorite people on this fucking earth. He was there when my brother died, and when I got that call, like, I was at his apartment and we were gonna go see Get Out with our friends, and obviously those plans got canceled. So I mean, like, he was there at the funeral, and I remember telling him that I didn't know how this was going to affect me, and I wanted to apologize to him for whatever crazy shit that I did. Not that it excuses it, but just that I had never experienced anything like that before, and I didn't know how it was going to change me as a person, and it ended up changing me. And I was trying to fill this hole that I had in my heart, and I just wasn't happy. Like, nothing made me happy, and my solution, you know, was to leave him. We had a great relationship, a fantastic relationship, but sometimes you have to let stuff go to be able to fix yourself, and that's what I did. I left that relationship and I started a new one, and I ran away to an entirely new place because I needed to get away from just all the toxicity and just the bad shit. And I just wasn't happy. I couldn't find a job that I was happy with. I wasn't happy with a lot of things. And so coming here, I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my chest, and just I feel like I can breathe, and I feel like I'm getting my life back on track. And sometimes you just gotta run away. You know? Sometimes you just have to, no matter how scary it is, no matter how much you think people are gonna be disappointed in you or mad at you. Like, I waited to tell my parents until a month before I was leaving, because I was so afraid that they were gonna be so upset at me, because they had just helped me get my real estate license. Like, they paid for all of my classes, and I got my real estate license, and they helped me pay for my fees when I joined Keller Williams. I was just so afraid that they were going to be so upset at me because they've spent all this money, and I get into it and it's not what I want to do, and I'm like terrified and like stressed because I'm not going to make money with it in the first however long, but I have to be able to pay my rent. So it's like I had this other job that really wasn't cutting it, and they were working me like wild fucking hours and expecting just crazy shit for me, and then I was still, you know, having to go to these classes which conflicted with my work time, and I was so stressed and unhappy and just like afraid that my parents were gonna be mad at me, that they were gonna be disappointed in me. And so I waited until I had all my ducks in a row, and I told them a month before that I'm running away. You know, they're okay now, and they just want me to be happy. They weren't mad at me. They weren't upset with me. They had a lot of questions because I just hopped into this new relationship. They don't know this person. I'm moving across the country with them. And they just wanted to make sure that I was safe and that I was okay. But, you know, here we are. It's March, and I moved in October, and everything is going really well. I feel so much happier, and I still get to see them. They come out and visit me. I've gone and visited them. Like, I got this cool ass lamp for us for Christmas, and so like I have one and they have one, and it like lights up when you touch it, and it works off of Wi-Fi. So like I'll touch it and it lights their lamp up a certain color, and then they'll touch it and it lights my lamp up a certain color. And so it's like a, hey, I'm here, hello, how are you, like I love you. If you take anything away from this, it's just don't be afraid to do what you need to do. Like, life is too short. It is way too fucking short to just not do what needs to be done to make your soul happy and fix you. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end this. Thank you for being here and for listening. If you did, enjoy your fucking day. I'm gonna go pee. Oh, and here is what my new apartment looks like. Okay, so we're starting at the front door here. There's also, I'm gonna open this real quick. I got a private little front porch area, and there's a storage unit out there. But in the front door, you've got this coat closet here. Got my little bench. Got this nice big ass living room, and there's a fireplace right here. There's that lamp right there, is the one that I was telling you about where you touch it and the colors change. Our master bedroom is right here. There's my tripod because I was sitting on the floor there filming this. There's our air mattress that we've been on since October. And we just bought a new bed, and it's gonna be coming today, so I'm so happy not to be sleeping on a fucking air mattress anymore. But here's my room. This is our bathroom. One of our 2 bathrooms. Hey, look at me looking great this morning. Yeah, right? So we've got our bathroom. We've got this nice big walk-in closet as well. So tons of space. We're still obviously unpacking because we just moved in. We don't have a lot to unpack, but like I need to stop being lazy and do it. And then you come out of here and you've got the dining room and the kitchen in the living room. We've got this huge fucking patio. Oh my God. I love these patios. So you can see I've got a big ass patio. Nice woods view, so it's very private. Then you look here and you can see into the kitchen like that. I love this fucking kitchen so much. And so it's smaller than a lot of kitchens, but it's got a lot of like counter space and everything. And the countertops are made of Corian, so it's like, it's fucking dope. Got my coffee there. Lots of cabinets. Cute little kitchen. Love this kitchen. And then this is my little office, makeup, guest room area. Obviously I need to put this together. We just bought a sleeper sofa as well that's going to go in here, so it'll be a couch, and then when we have people over, it pulls out into a queen size bed. But there's my vanity and my computer. Molly bought me a computer desk, so it's going to be coming soon, hopefully. And then it's got a nice big closet too. It's very echoey in here, so I obviously haven't decorated, but I love this space. Our walls aren't like next to anybody as well, so it's like double soundproof. It's really fucking nice here. We've got our little hallway here. We've got our laundry room and shit. Full-size washer and dryer. Got a little linen closet right here. And then we have the second bathroom, which is very empty right now and very cold, but I'm gonna make it, you know, I'm gonna get a shower curtain and some rugs and some soap and just make it feel like an actual livable place. And then we have the garage that's attached outside. But yeah, this is my apartment. I'm so fucking happy. We broke our lease to move into here because I just couldn't take it over there anymore, and I wanted to live here so bad, and this was the perfect apartment. My discount kicked in. It's the perfect location, and so here we fucking are, man. Here we fucking are.